Well, greetings, entrepreneurs. Today's video is going to be about 4 content creation strategies to increase your social media engagement. And if you are new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe. If this type of content that you want to receive, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be reminded when I upload new videos. And I will also link the last week's video that was grow your business with content marketing in the description, as also in the cards to the left or the right hand of the screen. So let's get started. So the objectives that I'm going to cover in today's video is how content is created, social listening, target audience attraction, and AI, meaning artificial intelligence. Now, when it comes to AI, I know some people may have a pushback and say, oh, well, I don't want to be dealing with certain things with AI as far as marketing, but you have to realize you are already using AI. If you have any type of smartphone, iPhone, you are using AI. If you use Siri, if you use GPS, if you use any type of informational digital device, it's basically AI that's giving you back that information. So why not use it within your marketing to help you get the things you need to get done in your business at a quicker pace? So content creation, what does it begin with? It begins with what your target audience needs and wants are. Now, the reason why I say wants, because sometimes your target audience can want something, but you need to push them or steer them, not push, let me correct that. You need to steer them in the direction where they need to go. So this way they can get what it is they need to bring them to their wants. Because a lot of times, sometimes your target audience doesn't know what they need, but they know what they want. So in order to get them to that desired goal or that desired want, you have to show them what the need is first. So this way it will bring them to that place that they desire to be. And if you can articulate that in a way that's going to show them the end result, that you will get what it is that you want if you follow this step, you follow this checklist, this roadmap, or you take this course, you will basically be giving them what it is that they need to get to that desired goal. So your content creation should be based around what is the gap that needs to be filled and how you will fill it via your products and services. So where do you start in all this? So where I basically tell my audience or even my clients, those who come to me for any type of advice or consultation, is everything starts with your mission statement, because basically your mission statement is going to be what guides the business as well as your business plan. So if you don't have a mission statement, then what is your business about? Like, who is it for? So the mission statement, what is it does? It reveals what your company does, what how it does it, and why it does it. So if you can articulate that, like, why does your company exist? What does it do? How does it do it? And why does it do it? So, and I'll just give you an example for me. Like, I'm a digital marketer, so I love to equip entrepreneurs. Why? Because it is my passion. I've been in that place of overwhelm. I've been in that place of like trying to figure it out. And I'm still at places where I'm still trying to figure it out. But what I realize is my passion is to help those entrepreneurs where they know exactly where they are and what stage they are in their business, so they don't get duped into buying things that they don't need because of the stage that they are in their business. You can't be in year 10 of your business and you can't be in year 1 of your business and you're buying something for year 10 for somebody who's in year 10, meaning you're buying a mastermind, you're, going on a $30,000 some type of course or trip that's for people who have an established business. So that's like putting the cart before the horse. So you want to make sure that you know what it is your business stands for. Okay, what is your product or your service? How does your product or service align with your company's mission to deliver on what you do? And I'm going to give you some examples in that. Also within this video, I'm going to take you online and give you some actionable steps that you can take ASAP so you can begin doing the work on your business, not just, posting. I used to be the posting queen. I used to post. But if I don't have a plan in place, if I don't know where that post is supposed to lead to, and not to say it leads anywhere, but it's a culmination of different posts that I know that has an end result when someone takes action, when I put out an offer or a call to action on any of my social media platforms, because I know where that content is going to lead back to. So how does your product or service align with your company's mission to deliver on what you do? And also in my entrepreneurs course, I also have a very detailed breakdown where I take you through 3 different companies and I show you how they basically set up their mission statement, how they do things, and what it is that they have in place in order to make sure that they are meeting their business mission and goals as well. So seek your target audience. Now, at the point of doing your mission statement, you should have some type of idea who it is that you want to serve. But also, you want to make sure that your product or service is going to fill the need. You don't want your product or your service to be misaligned. And I'll say it in this way. I've seen businesses who were basically saying they were a consulting business. They helped, entrepreneurs out with certain types of advice. But then, on another video or something that they're doing within that same channel, then they're doing something that's totally unrelated to what it is that they're trying to put themselves out there for. They're either doing some type of, fashion type thing that has nothing to do with what they're telling people that they're an expert in, or maybe they're creating some type of jewelry that has nothing to do with what they are basically saying that who they serve. So I'm not saying don't have multiple business ideas, but create different platforms for that. If you're coming across on your Facebook page as a consultant, a digital marketer, and you're going to help entrepreneurs to get clear on their business goals and objectives, then stay in that place, stay in that, what I would say, in that lane. Don't confuse your audience by 1 week you're selling Avon on your channel, then the next week you're doing some type of fitness weight loss thing. I mean, it confuses your audience, and then they think, is this person really real? Do they really have a clear idea what they want to do in their business? So don't be all over the place. Stick to one business idea. And even if you have multiple, business ideas, then create different platforms where you show up for just exactly that. But don't mix them unless they are aligned. Now, when we come to Starbucks mission statement, their mission statement says that their goal is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup at a time, one neighborhood at a time. Their purpose statement is to establish Starbucks as the premier purveyor of the finest coffee in the world while maintaining their uncompromising principles as they grow. They're also, how do they live up to it? It says Starbucks is considered one of the world's most ethical companies. It lives out its mission statement through its commitment to ethical sourcing of coffee and supporting employees with quality healthcare and fair wages. Now, I have never worked for Starbucks, so I don't know if that's true, but I'm just kind of pointing out that Starbucks, which is a coffee company, has a mission statement. Then you as an entrepreneur need to have one as well. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you knit socks, if you knit scarves, whatever, if you create candles, everything needs to have, if you are in business, you need to have a mission and why you do it, how you do it, and who you do it for. So I wanted to take you on to Starbucks Instagram page and just show you that they have a lot of followers. They have 17.8 million followers, and that's nothing to sneeze at, because that means that they have a great audience. So again, if you look in the description part of their Instagram page, they are again putting out their mission statement to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person and one cup and one neighborhood at a time. So they are still pushing that mission statement even through their online platform, letting you know that this is their goal and this is what they are going to do. Now, in this post, they shared a post of this coffee drink that they made, saying it's packed with layers, hiking tip. But if you look down in the part of the comments where you see Jewel Girly Girl, she says, please add additional details so we can, I guess, order it today. So they are putting out content. That's right there is content. They've taken a picture of whatever type of coffee recipe they just created. They posted it, put it on their Instagram. And guess what? Because of the followers that they have, and I'm sure Starbucks is basically in so many different locations, they put that there. They want to know, listen, what type of coffee this is, because I'm going to go and order it, or I'm going to Uber Eats it or DoorDash it or whatever, because I want to have that. The same thing that you can do if you are a company or a business, even if you're small right now. It doesn't, you may not have the followers that Starbucks has, but it doesn't mean that you can't use the same strategy and tactics that they're using with their social media. If you're putting something up about something that you have to sell, give the details of it, give the name of it, because this person wants to know, listen, let me know the name. If they would have put the name of that drink there, that person probably would have already been ordering it. And I couldn't show you all of the comments, but there were even more people in the comments saying, please give us the name, they want to order it. So the same thing with you. You just have to put out the information there, so you give nothing for your audience to have any questions about. So this is the way content is created based on what it is that you do. And the reason why I use Starbucks, because I want to simplify it in a way of where you don't overthink things. You just, let the product speak for itself, but make sure that you are giving all of the description and everything. So this way your audience has no way to object it if it's something that they need in their life. So now the next one I wanted to give you was Bath and Body Works mission statement. So their mission statement was, we've created the scents that make you smile. Whether you're shopping for fragrant body care or a 3-wick candle, we have hundreds of quality products perfect for treating yourself or someone else. So Bath and Body Works, and I wanted to use them because I wanted to basically get different types of business industries, whether you are in that industry where you are creating candles or self-care, because right now, through the pandemic, people have been doing a lot of self-care. I've seen a lot of self-care posts and mindset posts because people are really struggling with things that they're experiencing in the world that we're living in. So if you have created maybe in your home any type of essential oils or anything that can boost a person's mood or make a person feel good about themselves, why not go ahead and put that out there? Why not use Instagram to showcase your product or your service? If you are creating something in the form of a candle, maybe even the form of like Starbucks, like a coffee, why not show you doing videos of you creating it? Meaning you don't have to give out all the ingredients of what you're doing, but you're showing the process of how it is done. So this way people can actually see you are hands-on in your business. And this is content. And I'm just kind of getting in your mind that what you are doing is content. It doesn't matter if you are a photographer, you go out and you take pictures of nature or just certain things. That's content. You post it on your social media pages so people can see it. And if you have a story behind it, share that story behind it. But don't think that you have to rack your brain to come up with content. And we'll get into that a little bit in this video. Okay, now what I wanted to show you on the Bath and Body Works Instagram, on their Instagram page, is they have 6.4 million followers now. I wanted you to see that. Now you have 6.4 million people who are interested in something that creates wellness for them, makes them smell good, whatever, they want to use Bath and Body Works products for. So when you look at that, then I'm sure Bath and Body Works is not the only business that they shop and buy candles from, or soap or lotions or different fragrances from. So when you look at who's their followers, and also you look at who they're following, you can get some really good insight into who is your target audience and how you put your brand, especially if you're in that same industry. Maybe you can't compete on Bath and Body Works level, but I'm sure there are other candle lovers or people who love aromatherapy or things within that industry. They are always looking for different scents. They're looking for different things to basically, fill their home or whatever it is that they do in their downtime. So what you want to do is when you go to who they're following, you want to look at the hashtags that they are using, because the hashtags that they're using is basically how they're being found. So if you are a company, whether you're a one person, entrepreneur, solopreneur, you want to put specific hashtags that's going to get in front of their audience. If you present yourself and package your products in a way that is pleasing to the eye. I mean, I know they probably can't smell it on the internet, but if you put your products as far as making it look appealing, showing again how you would use the product, how it, and what's different types of settings, whether you have a candle where you're sitting at your office, or whether you have a candle sitting in your, your living room, or just some ambiance, some lighting, and just make it look real inviting, then it's going to pique people's curiosity. And then you can even create little samples to have people sample it, as a way, like if they purchase something, maybe you will put a small little sample of your new product that you're going to be coming out with. So this way they can go ahead and maybe put in an order, a pre-order, before you even create that batch. So these are ways that I'm trying to show you how you can go about creating your content, because you want to make sure that you are looking for the information that your audience is already searching for. Who are they going to? Where are they going online? So you can capture a part of that market. It doesn't mean, again, that they are just say they're not buying anything from anybody else. I'm sure that they probably even go to Yankee Candle. You just have to do your research. And if you're in a certain specific industry, go to popular Instagram pages, to their website, to basically see, what it is they're doing. How can you personalize yours a little bit more different to make it that much special and put that, that stamp on it of your brand. So now I want to take you online, and I want to show you about social listening, because social listening is very important when it comes to knowing what the talk is going on the internet, especially around the industry that you are in, so you can be equipped to take that information and create content around what people are talking about online. The first thing you need to do is know your audience, know what their needs and their wants are, know where they are online, and know where they go to get answers to their questions. So creating content just for the sake of creating it, saying, oh, well, today I'm just going to get up. I don't know if you are, let's say, a graphic design, but you don't know what type of design that your audience is looking for. So you just go and you create anything, but you can be wasting your time, because if you would hone in on what it is that your target audience is looking for, then maybe you won't waste the time creating something that they're not looking for. So I hope that makes sense. So I want to help you, and I want to take you online, and I want to show you where you can go and start doing your research, because everything begins with research. I don't care even if you researched it one time, you need to keep going back, because people are still asking questions. Until you build a solid following where you can talk to them through social media, where you can basically go and make a video, tell them to comment back, or slide into their DMs and say, do you have any questions? Are you, what type of business are you in? Are you struggling in any area? What type of content would you like to see on my channel? I thank you for, subscribing to my channel or to my Instagram, wherever you are online. So this way you're letting them know I'm here for you, and whatever content that you would need from me, I want to be able to provide that for you. So you will never run out of content when you build relationships with your audience. They will tell you where their struggle is. And this is so key. I've seen it with my own eyes where an entrepreneur started out. Now they kind of had a leg up in the content, what I would say in this digital space, because they started out when Facebook didn't have any ads. They basically created the platform where it was a fans page, I think. It was a fans page at the time before it became a business page for Facebook. And they grew their audience organically just by putting out information that they were doing in their business at that time. And then when Facebook kind of went into groups, then you can have your own group. So they were getting these people into their groups before Facebook even started with now, the algorithms and all those different type of things. But the thing that it showed me as an entrepreneur is, unless they wanted to get new eyeballs on their content and they wanted to bring more people into their tribe, then they would go and play for ads. Pay for ads, or did I say play for ads? Okay, pay for ads. So this way, they could get new people into the group, or they could just basically tell the people in their group, listen, if you have, any friends that's trying to start a business, refer them to the group or have them join the group. So this way I can help them in their journey. So it was basically a time period where it was really easy to market and find your tribe at that time. Now it's a little bit, now I'm not going to say it's impossible, but you got to do a little bit more work and you got to get a little bit more strategic, because there's a lot of noise online, even with us going through the pandemic and a lot of people are home. So there's more people online and there's so many different voices out there. So what your audience has to do is filter through who is truly giving them the content they need and who's just there wasting their time and really is not giving them valuable content. And I don't want that to be you. I want you to knock it out the park each time that your audience comes to any one of your platforms, that they see that you are serious about your business. So I'm going to pause this right now and I'm going to take you online and show you what it is that you can do to start doing your research in creating content for your target audience. Okay, now the first one I'm going to show you in the area of social listening is called Mention. Now, Mention helps you to search across, the internet, the web, depending on what platform you want to listen in on, whether it's Twitter, I believe Twitter and other like social media, like maybe Reddit. I'm not sure if Reddit is, but you basically put in the channels that you want to listen and you put in the type of conversations or what I would say the topic that you want to listen for. For instance, if you are trying to create content around digital marketing, content marketing strategies, or whatever that is, then you're going to put in those specific search terms because that is what you want to hear back. And then you put in the channels that you want to hear back from. So if you want to hear what is the conversations going on Twitter, then you can, put Twitter as far as the social listening channel. If you want to follow a certain person, for instance, say like Gary V, and you want to hear what he's talking about, then you would put him as one of the people that you want to listen out for, maybe certain keywords that he would say. And then what Mention will do is it based on your plan. Now they do have a free plan, and I'm just going to go there. And the free plan, let me just wait. My computer is sometimes a little slow. Now this is free to get started. Now you only get one alert, but you get up to 1,000 mentions and you can put 3 social accounts with one user. So basically you can monitor news websites, forums like Quora, Reddit. So you are able to do Reddit, blog websites. If there's certain websites that, are popular for information, You can do video websites, review websites, other websites, Instagram and Twitter. Now, they don't include Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube and TikTok. Not yet, but it seems like they will have it in the future. So it basically, it's going to give you alert, and you have up to 1,000 mentions, so you can put 3 social accounts. So whatever search term that you're going to be looking for, it's going to bring you back what people are talking about, especially people who have their ear to the web and they know what's going on. So this can give you the content that you can start putting out there, because you're on the cutting edge. Maybe a lot of your followers are not listening to, the social media. They're basically just on there trying to find, a solution to their problem. But because you are an entrepreneur, you're basically listening to find out what new tool is coming out, what changes may be going on within Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. So whatever is going on, you're going to get that information, maybe I would say firsthand, before your audience. That way you can give it to your audience if they're not, in that space of doing what you're doing. So this is what your competitors do as well. They, do social listening. They have accounts, very high, what I would say, memberships, to basically know what's going on. So they don't have to sit there racking their brains, spending hours online doing research. Sometimes they hire agencies to do the research for them, but most of the time they use these listening tools. The next one is BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo also, you can, they have a 30-day free trial, but I think with BuzzSumo, you can basically like go in and do up to maybe 3 to 5 searches on different platforms. You can search, I believe, Facebook, I think also Reddit and Quora, all those different platforms. And what it's going to do is show you the latest topics that is out there on the internet. How many people are, reading it? How many people are talking about it? So this way, if this is something new to your audience, you can bring that to your audience. Maybe you want to do another version of that topic to help your audience, give them more information for what it is that they may need. So you just have to go on here, you create your account. The pricing, now some of these are very expensive, so you want to try to look for those that have a free trial, or even if you do get a free account, it's going to be very limited. You're only maybe going to get 3 to 5 searches coming back, but that is enough to kind of get you knowing in the area where you should be going and just doing your search. So right here with BuzzSumo, you get 10 free searches a month. So that's good if you're just starting out. So it's going to give you an analysis report, domain reports, influencer searches, and backlinks. So if you want to start, with your budget, if you have a budget in place and you want to start with these sites for social listening, then you can up that, if that's something that you feel you need to do to, stay on the cutting edge of what's being talked about on the internet. Now, one that I use that I love, now I used to use Mention. I don't use it as much anymore, but what I do use is Google Alerts. Now, Google Alerts, every day almost, I get an alert from the different search terms that I put in. So I put in content marketing strategies, Facebook ads, sales funnel, SEO, target market research. So what Google Alerts will do, and this is free, Google Alerts, you just go and sign up for it, and you put in the search terms or the alerts, what I say, that you want to be notified for. So this way it's going to pull that information from what is being talked about on the web, and it's going to send it to you in your inbox. Now, be warned, you're going to get a lot of email from Google Alerts. So I would suggest, to create an email separate just for your Google Alerts account, because it does get a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes you may have to go in and do kind of damage control with it. Maybe you just want to start out with 1 or 2 alerts just to get yourself started and aware of the information that you want to focus on. So this way you're not just inundated with all of these emails in your inbox. So I hope that this helps you in the area of social listening, so you can begin to now get some strategy along with your content marketing. It's not just about creating the content, it's about knowing what type of content to create it for those who are your audience. So let's continue. Okay, now what I wanted to bring you to is Quora.com. So this is part of Quora. I went into the different sections. So if you go to Quora.com and you just look, let me just go back because I just wanted to show you something. Okay, Quora, Quora.com. And you can basically see there are different categories that you as an entrepreneur, if you want to know what questions people are asking, you can create a free account, and basically depending on what industry you're in, you can just basically go in and see what questions are being asked, and then you can go in and answer it. And to get more strategic, you can even put your website or maybe your social media handle for them to follow you there. This is a way to get traffic to your website or maybe to your social media platforms when you answer a certain question. So if you are like a graphic designer, you can go in and click that specific link, and then you can just basically go in and it will show you how many people are following that specific industry. So there's 2.7 million people. So you can go in and basically find out the different questions that they're asking within those who are affiliated or know anything about graphic design. And the reason why this is great when it comes to creating content, because it's basically letting you know what questions people are asking. You can go in and you can look at the date. This is basically made 2 hours ago. What is the difference between animation and motion graphics? So you can even get some of your content creation ideas if you don't have an audience yet, or maybe you have a little bit of a following, but they're not answering you back. They're just following you, but they're not basically saying anything. So what you want to do in that case is that you want to go onto platforms where questions are being answered. You also want to go into Facebook groups, and you want to go into your Facebook group, maybe Facebook groups, and type in the search bar hashtag question, because most times the administrators of those groups, when people have a question, they'll say, if you have a question, just type hashtag question or hashtag feedback or whatever that is. So you can type that in and you can basically scroll through the questions that have been asked. Even if they have been answered by the administrator or even other entrepreneurs within the group, it doesn't mean that people on your social media platforms know the answer to those questions. Maybe they have those same questions, but they're not part of that group. Or you're on your YouTube channel or your Instagram or Facebook or wherever you are, those questions may not be being asked or answered from your target audience. So you're gaining information based on what other entrepreneurs are asking. So I hope that makes sense. So you can go down and you can basically look and see based on what it is you do within graphic design. And you can, like, again, I said, you can go in once you create an account and you can go in here, you can either add a question or you can answer a question. So this way you can even see questions that have already been answered by other entrepreneurs. And what is the great way is that you can create content because you know that those questions are out there and maybe other people have them, but because you're not on so many social media platforms, you can put those questions and answer them within your content. You can create guides, you can create checklists, you can create, even workshops around a certain type of a question and answer platform, and maybe do a webinar. And maybe at the end of that webinar, maybe you have a course that you want to bring somebody in at a low cost, or maybe you have a type of training that they can purchase after you've gone through maybe some of the what I would say surface level questions, maybe even getting a little deep with a couple of questions in there, but you want to let them know you have that answer. So another good platform to go on to is Reddit. Now, Reddit has, I mean, you can go in whatever industry you're in, you can basically put that in and look it up under Reddit, because these are platforms where people basically go in. So they have digital marketing questions, office hours, landing pages, starting a new company, 23 exclusive Facebook groups about business, marketing, business, and entrepreneurship. And if you even want to get a little bit even more strategic in your research, because all you're doing right now is research, you're researching, especially, again, I want to state this, if you do not have an audience and you're just starting from scratch and you need to get some target market, some type of what I would say idea of who your target audience is or who it is that you're trying to serve. So if you don't have a platform built, or maybe you have people on your platform but they're not conversating back with you, then go into certain Facebook groups, join certain Facebook groups geared around the type of business that you do, and go in and find out the questions that people are asking. Because let me let you know, there are billions of people on the earth and everybody is not in that Facebook group. So why not take those questions? You're not just basically taking the answers, you're basically taking the questions that people are asking, and you're going to allow that to be your content. And you're going to make sure that you are maybe creating a series of certain type of content based on what your industry is. If you are in weight loss, then you're going to do content around how to lose weight, how to exercise, the proper nutrition, how to eat, to lose certain type of fat, and carb counting or calorie counting or reading of labels and knowing what is good and processed food. So you have so much content around that you can still create more content from that. But again, you want to even maybe put in how to exercise after you maybe had an injury, so you're not putting more pressure on that injury. So there is so much for you to create the content from. But again, you have to know where the struggle is that your audience has, so you're not creating content that they don't need. So last but not least, or what I should say, yes, last but not least, but in this topic today, okay, is AI. Now, I use Content Bot, and the reason why I use Content Bot is because sometimes I have so many ideas. I know what my target audience is looking for, but most of the times I'm trying to get in my mind like how to break it down, like how many series. If I'm going to talk about content marketing, sometimes I want to talk about it at least for 2 to 3, hopefully 4 weeks. I want to stretch it out. Sometimes that's not the case, but most of the times I want to at least have at least 4 weeks worth of content based on a specific topic or theme. So this way I know in advance what I'm going to be talking about within each month or within each quarter. So I use contentbot.ai. It helps me to put in certain topic terms, and it gives me back certain questions, like I'm not going to do any type of content around selling gadgets, but I'm just kind of showing you based on what my search was the last couple of weeks, blog outline for content marketing. Now, right now, I was just doing the blog outline. So I want to get the questions, because that is what's going to draw my audience in. How to, this is what you use. This is the strategies for that, because people want to know how to do something. People want to know the strategies behind something. So these things give me those creative juices when I am titling my content, when I am basically getting the framework for what I'm going to go in and talk about. So benefits of content marketing, like principles of content marketing, the process of it, how content can bring you customers. So these are other things that I can even go in, distribution of content marketing. So as you see, what AI does is it's not giving me the whole kit and caboodle. It's just giving me the ideas of topics based around that. And if that is what my target audience is looking for, or maybe it's something that even my competitors have not thought about to even talk about, then I can enter in, rank higher in the search engine results, because I am basically talking about a topic that they didn't address with even in their social media platforms or their website. So I hope that this helps you, because AI is a really good tool to use. This specific tool I got from AppSumo. I love AppSumo. AppSumo helps me with not having a reoccurring monthly payment. Okay. And that's what I like, because when you're on a budget and you're trying to do things in a way that is helping you to keep your resources, you know, or your things that is going out of your business, you want to make sure that you are, what I would say, not having a lot of spending outwardly. You want to take those resources and use it for what you need to use it for in your business. So I use AppSumo a lot for my tools in my business. So this way I'm not spending money every month. And if that's something that you're interested in and you want to sign up and look at the tools that AppSumo has, I will have a link in the description below. And I believe you get $10 off of your first purchase or whatever it is that you choose to buy from AppSumo, because to me, it's a great platform for us entrepreneurs who are on a budget and really need to get the tools we need for our business. So I'll link that below. And if you would like, you can use that link, and I believe you get $10 off on your first purchase. So if you have any questions in the comments below, please let me know and I will come in and answer it, or I will do a follow-up video. Thank you, and I will be with you on the next video to help you grow your business.